Howdy, folks, and welcome back to the news. We do have to apologize with the last couple of weeks. Illnesses, injuries, and technical difficulties have just, well, they racked us here at the Guild for a while. As you can see, we got Mikey today, as Kyle's going to be out for a couple of weeks. But with that, welcome back to the Guild. Let's get you caught up. Well, first up for Games Workshop, if you don't have enough Space Marines already, we have a new Space Marines Vanguard Task Force. This box is a re-release and has 10 Infiltrators, 3 Suppressors, 3 Eliminators, and a Lieutenant, all in Phobos armor. Looks like a great box if you didn't catch it the first time around, or if you're just looking to supplement your army. Looks like a great buy.
Yeah, and all these guys, it looks like, are going to be your stealthy units. So if you're wanting to do some stealthy shenanigans in 10th, this is going to be a must-buy for you guys.
Yeah,
so,
I think you said that each unit should have the stealth keyword in it.
From what I can see, each unit should have the stealth keyword. So all you guys wanting to get those modifiers and kind of sneak around the battlefield, this is going to be for you.
I hate it.
You always hate stealth.
That's true. It's worth hating.
As a man, that's a bull in a china cabinet. Stealth really just isn't your thing.
Hey, sometimes you need it.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Up next, we have the captain with the relic shield and lieutenant with storm shield. These two models are now coming as standalone products. I don't know too much about them, but the models look fantastic. It's going to be good that you don't have to buy entire box just for these models that some people are needing, but some people may just want them as a showcase. You know, like those shields.
Yes.
The artwork, like the gothic artwork on them.
Yes. As you guys know, I'm not much of a Space Marine guy, but I will say they look pretty awesome. They look like I do like the veteran sword and shield, sword and board kind of thing with the storm shield, but with the relic shield just looks amazing. But speaking of amazing models, we also have another model coming as a standalone, Master of Possession. Chaos gets a little bit of love with this Master of Demonic Spirits. Again, it was a pre-release previously, but now it comes as a standalone model. This model looks glorious. Again, I'm not a Space Marine or Chaos Space Marine guy, but this model looks awesome.
It's really hard to argue with a model that just looks. It embodies what we picture as like chaos or demonic, like. You can't get much better than that.
The fire and the staff, like this guy looks like he's here to mess stuff up.
He's here to mess stuff up and to possess.
Yes.
Next up, we have Killteam, Season of the Gallowdark. In this season of Killteam, it is taking place in the underbellies of the Gallowdark. In this 200-something page book, we got new missions, new rules. I mean, it's a brand new season. Anything's possible.
Yep, it looks like this year we're going with going into the underbelly of the Space Hulk, and it looks like we're getting some new expansions for this, some new rules. As always, I can't wait to see what this season brings.
Yeah, hopefully they'll bring some more grim, dark looking models with this creepy looking season. So
hopefully, only time will tell. But in the meantime, we have a series of new Killteam patrols coming out as well. Originally released as box sets, these kill teams are now coming for the first time as standalone. The Beastmen will be coming with the Felgor Ravagers, while the Drukhari are releasing the Hand of Archon. The Hearthkin Salvagers will be coming out for the Squats, as well as the Inquisition will be releasing the Inquisitorial Agents.
I gotta say, the Hand of Archon, just the models, just when you think of Drukhari, that's exactly what you think of. Like,
right.
It's going to be a good kill team just to look at. Obviously, we don't know how they play, but just to look at, it's going to be a fantastic kill team to look at.
Well, no, these are the ones that were originally released with the box set, so these aren't new kill teams.
Yeah, but we don't know the rules or anything for them yet. It's a new season.
True.
All new possibilities.
Now, with that, all these teams look great, but I have to say, I love the Beastmen.
The Beastmen. You would like the Beastmen.
I'm glad to see. I was glad to see when they came out that we're bringing some of the stuff that is only in fantasy over. We have the Beastmen coming over now, so that is beautiful. Beastmen being officially added to 40K with the model line. I'm just hoping now I want my Skaven.
You want your Skaven?
I want my rats.
Hey, if we keep getting further and further into the Underdark, I mean,
That's that is exactly the Gallifall or the. That sounds exactly where we're going to be headed with this, and I would have no problem with that.
it's got to be rats somewhere on a ship.
Dude, there has to be.
Up next, we have the Killzone upgrade box for Gallowfall. In this new Killteam terrain box, it looks like the theme is going to be kind of like a grimdark, abandoned hospital feel. There's going to be like abandoned gurneys. There's going to be medical pods like busted open. It's looking interesting. I don't know. I think it's going to be a good little shakeup from your normal everyday terrain.
Yes, and as always with Games Workshop and their terrain, it looks beautiful. It looks great. I can't wait to see where this comes from and where it goes and where we're going to end up at the end of the season.
Yes, and I know all the horror fans out there are going to have a heyday getting all this painted up, covered in blood.
Oh, yeah. I can't wait.
I can't wait either.
But with that does bring us to a close for Games Workshop. So next up, Asmodee. First up for Asmodee, we have Zombicide. Again, I don't know what's going on with Zombicide, but I'm loving it because this time we have Iron Maiden. With this, we have 3 expansions coming out, all where Eddie gets to be the zombies you kill. This is amazing. Again, I don't know what's going on, but this is awesome.
Yeah, I mean, all the Iron Maiden fans are going to be excited for what they did like Marvel now. They've done Scooby-Doo. They're just... anything they get their hands on, it looks like they're turning into Zombicide. I can now be a Thundercat, and I can fight Eddie. So, like, this is, like, you are too young to understand, but this is, like, old nerd Wes going crazy. If I could go back and show this younger me, I'd blow my mind. This is epic. This is great. I'm enjoying the heck out of this. Well, while this man's over here fanboying over this, up next we have Lords of Ragnarok. For all you strategists out there, this may be a game you want to look into. You get an asymmetric hero. He leads your armies. You build up armies. You have territories you're building up. You're fighting one another over different territories. You're getting favored from the gods. You're fighting monsters. It's an all-around...
The way it was explained to me is Witcher the Old World, but with Vikings. So, no doubt, this looks like a great game.
Yeah, especially anyone who's just really into that good fantasy like feeling that you're like communicating with gods, fighting monsters, leading epic battles. I think this is going to be a both strategic game, but also just a very flavorful game for a lot of folks.
Yes, and it boasts that the gameplay should last either 90 to 120 minutes, so not too long, actually.
Yeah. You know, about a standard game of Monopoly.
We don't speak that word. Either way, that leads us into Conquest news, and first thing we have is the Nords. They'll be releasing several boxes, such as the Ulfundar, the Berserkers, and then the Thane. But that's not all. For the 100 Kingdoms, we have Founders exclusive St. George and the Dragon. And of course, you got to give the Wadroon their love with the Thunder Riders. All of these look great. I know if Kyle were here, he'd be fawning over the Ulfundar because he loves wolves and he loves Vikings. So he's going nuts over that right now. He told me over the phone, he goes, "Don't you want to be there? I want to talk about him." It's like, well, no, you're not infecting me.
Yeah, it's two of that man's favorite things. Like he'll buy them even if he's not in the game.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to like put them on his shelf, have them all nice and painted.
Yes. That's it. He's talked about buying Wadroon just to paint them. He's like, I want to get the Nords because I want to play the Nords, but I just want to paint a dinosaur. But with that, we do got to go to the Wadroon with those Thunder Riders. Oh, my Lord. Orcs on Triceratopses. The more I see of the Wadroon, the more, yes, all of that, please.
Yeah, it's just like, you know, you have some different like cultures and stuff, and then orcs on dinosaurs. Like, yes. It's the greatest thing. It's the greatest side ball ever. It's fantastic, and they look fantastic. It's what we needed.
Yes. But with that brings us to Star Wars.
Yes. Up next, we have X-Wing. For the Empire, you guys are getting a TIE bomber. For the Rebels, you're getting a light freighter, and I think there's some special news that...
Yes, as we were looking at this, my first reaction was a light freighter, so totally not the Outrider. And then I looked in there, Dash Rendar comes as a card. Holy crap. I was sitting here going, oh, he's Legends, so he doesn't exist no more. But nope. We got Dash Rendar on X-Wing.
He exists in X-Wing, folks.
I'm excited. Again, you're too young to know this, but
Hey.
I get it why you're not too aware of it. But oh my gosh, Dash is back. So heck yeah, this will be something to actually pick up and get into.
Yeah, and I'll say the ships, as always, like X-Wing has good looking ships. I mean, it's nothing new, but the ships still look good. They're still holding up the quality. So.
Oh yeah, they all look great, highly detailed prints with very good paint jobs. And for those who don't like painting models, this is a great game to get into because you buy the ship, you got it. You don't have to do any additional. Doesn't come in pieces, doesn't come unpainted. It's just right there. It's the ship.
That was something Kyle kept trying to tell me. He's like, listen, you don't have to put anything together. You don't have to paint anything. You can freaking out of box play, basically.
Yes. But that does bring us to a close for Asmodee. So next up are going to be the events.
As always, on Wednesday, we got board game night. As some of you know, Gen Con just ended. I know we had a few people that went up and came back with a sizable amount of new games they're wanting to try out. So come on down if you're wanting to try anything new or have any suggestions on what we should be playing on Wednesdays.
Yeah, we don't have a board game set up for this Wednesday, but as I know, one of our patrons is coming back with a whole slew of games, so we'll see where it goes from there. But that leads us into Friday. Now, unfortunately, I do have to let you guys know, eventually Friday is dead. We didn't have enough interest come in for it. But with that, something new is coming in its place. So if I were you, I'd say keep your eyes on the YouTube and on Facebook for a commercial soon for a new idea.
No idea. On Saturdays, that's our Asmodee Saturday. It's for all you Star Wars fanatic. That's most of the time. Mostly when we get out Legion, Shatterpoint, sometimes some X-Wings. If we got some people who want to come up and play. That's your day.
Some interest is growing in X-Wing. Again, Shatterpoint's big right now. A lot of people are playing that. Crisis Protocol hasn't died, so we still have people playing that. Again, all games all the time, but Saturday is a day that we kind of set aside for Asmodee.
Yeah, it's more of like a suggestion. There's going to be people there for Asmodee products on a Saturday.
Yes. But with that also, we have Sunday. Warhammer Sunday. As always, all games all the time, but that's the day we set aside for Warhammer, for some Killteam, some AOS, some 40K. Just bring in what you got, and we'll be more than happy to work with you.
You can pretty much always find a game here for Warhammer on Sunday. There's always someone with whatever you bring.
There's usually always a game of Warhammer running on Saturday, too.
There's almost always a game of Warhammer running on some day.
But with that, I think that does bring us to a close. So, again, we do apologize for the hiatus. We had a bunch of things come up, but hopefully we'll be getting back on task soon and getting back on the ball. So with that, we love you from the guild. Don't forget to come on down sometime at 205 South First, or hit us up on any of our social medias on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Insta, and TikTok. Just go ahead and let us know what's up. But with that, I believe we bring it to an end.
I believe we have.
Screw it. Kyle's not here. Come on down and roll some dice.
I completely forgot that was the ending.
Yeah.